Today I want to talk with you about 5 everyday foods that many people include in their routine, and that research has linked with supporting the body's natural defences. These are not miracle foods, and I'm not making promises. I simply want to share what scientists have been studying and what many people quietly use as part of a balanced lifestyle. Let's begin with the first one, green tea. Green tea has been enjoyed for centuries, especially in Asian cultures, long before modern research even existed. What makes green tea interesting today is that it contains natural compounds called catechins. One of them is often referred to as EGCG. When you brew green tea, these natural compounds move from the tea leaves into the liquid you drink. It does not matter much whether you use loose leaves, tea bags, or powdered green tea like matcha. In all cases, these compounds become part of what you consume. Researchers have observed several important effects associated with green tea. First, green tea has been linked with helping the body calm chronic inflammation. Inflammation is something the body uses to protect itself, but when it stays elevated for too long, it can place stress on many systems. Second, green tea has been associated with supporting immune function. Your body constantly monitors itself. When cells divide, small errors can happen. A well-functioning immune system helps recognize and clear these changes early, before they become a larger problem. Many researchers believe this ongoing immune surveillance is one of the body's most important protective tools. Another area researchers have studied closely is blood vessel growth. Healthy tissues need new blood vessels to heal and repair. However, abnormal tissue can sometimes take advantage of this process. Certain compounds in green tea have been observed in laboratory studies to interfere with this unwanted blood vessel support. This may help explain why green tea often appears in research related to long-term health support. I personally enjoy green tea throughout the day. Many people find it calming, especially when taken slowly and mindfully. A practical note is important here. Tea should never be consumed while it is extremely hot. Allow it to cool to a comfortable temperature before sipping. This is gentler on the throat and allows the tea to steep properly. If you use tea bags, gently moving the bag in the cup helps release more of the beneficial compounds. 2 to 3 cups a day is a commonly studied amount and fits easily into most routines. Green tea can be prepared in many ways. Lightly processed green teas, powdered matcha, or even lightly roasted varieties all offer benefits. Black tea and oolong tea also contain helpful compounds, though green tea tends to be studied the most in this area. Now let's move on to the second group of foods. Cruciferous vegetables. This group includes foods like broccoli, cauliflower, bok choy, and similar green vegetables. They appear in many traditional cuisines around the world. These vegetables contain natural compounds that researchers have linked with immune support and inflammation balance. One interesting detail that many people overlook is the broccoli stem. Most of us grew up eating only the tops. However, studies show the stem actually contains a high concentration of these beneficial compounds. If you cook broccoli, consider using both the florets and the stem. The stem can be sliced thin and sautéed, added to soups, or blended into purees. It has a mild flavour and works well in many dishes. These vegetables are versatile and easy to include regularly. Light cooking helps preserve their natural compounds while making them easier to digest. Now let's talk about a fruit that often surprises people: papaya. Papaya is a tropical fruit with bright orange flesh and small black seeds. When ripe, it is soft, mild, and easy to eat. Researchers have studied papaya because of its natural pigments, called carotenoids. These compounds are known for supporting the body's balance and helping calm inflammation. Papaya is also naturally lower in sugar compared to many other fruits, which can be helpful for people who are watching their intake. I often recommend eating papaya as whole fruit rather than juice. Whole fruit is gentler on metabolism and provides fiber that supports digestion. Fresh papaya is widely available in grocery stores, and frozen papaya works well too. Freezing helps preserve its beneficial compounds, making it a convenient option year-round. At this point we have talked about green tea, cruciferous vegetables, and papaya. Now let's move to something a little more colourful. Now let's move on to the next food, purple potatoes. If you have never seen a purple potato, it is quite striking. From the outside, you can already notice a deep purple tone. When you cut one open, the colour becomes even more vivid. That rich purple colour comes from natural plant compounds called anthocyanins. These compounds are widely studied for their role in helping the body manage inflammation and support cellular balance. One area that has drawn attention from researchers is how these compounds interact with certain resilient cell populations that can allow abnormal tissue to renew itself over time. Some studies suggest that compounds found in purple potatoes may help limit this process, especially in the digestive system. Beyond that, purple potatoes are simply nourishing foods. They contain fiber and complex carbohydrates that provide steady energy. You can prepare them in many ways. They can be steamed, baked, sautéed, or blended into soups. They hold their colour beautifully when cooked, which makes meals visually appealing as well. Here is a simple tip that many people find helpful. After cooking potatoes, letting them cool in the refrigerator for a while changes part of their starch into what is called resistant starch. This form is often easier on digestion and supports the gut environment. Now let's talk about the final food on today's list, pomegranates. Pomegranates are heavy fruits with a thick outer skin and jewel-like seeds inside. Each seed contains a small burst of juice with a slightly sweet, tangy flavour. What makes pomegranates interesting to researchers are their natural compounds called tannins. These compounds are responsible for the fruit's colour and slightly tart taste. Studies have associated these compounds with helping the body regulate inflammation and support healthy blood flow patterns. They have also been linked with encouraging a healthy gut environment. When pomegranate compounds reach the lower digestive tract, they appear to support the natural protective lining of the gut. This environment helps beneficial bacteria thrive. Some of these bacteria communicate closely with the immune system, helping it stay alert and responsive. Pomegranate seeds can be eaten on their own, sprinkled over salads, or added to yogurt. Pomegranate juice is also an option, though many people prefer whole seeds for their fibre. If you handle fresh pomegranates, be mindful that the juice can stain clothing. It is worth it, though. The flavour and texture are unique and satisfying. So let's take a moment to recap. Today we talked about 5 foods that research has linked with supporting the body's natural defences: green tea, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, papaya, purple potatoes, and pomegranates. None of these foods work alone. They are not cures, but together, as part of a thoughtful and balanced way of eating, they may help your body stay resilient and supported over time. I always encourage people to focus on consistency rather than perfection. Choose foods you enjoy. Prepare them simply. Eat slowly and with awareness. If you found this conversation helpful, I invite you to stay with me and continue learning together. There is always more to explore, and small daily choices can quietly make a meaningful difference over time. Thank you for spending this time with me. Time, when ripe, it is soft, mild, and easy to eat. Researchers have studied papaya because of its natural pigments, called carotenoids. These compounds are known for supporting the body's balance and helping calm inflammation. Papaya is also naturally lower in sugar compared to many other fruits, which can be helpful for people who are watching their intake. I often recommend eating papaya as whole fruit rather than juice. Whole fruit is gentler on metabolism and provides fibre that supports digestion. Fresh papaya is widely available in grocery stores, and frozen papaya works well too. Freezing helps preserve its beneficial compounds, making it a convenient option year-round. At this point we have talked about green tea, cruciferous vegetables, and papaya. Now let's move to something a little more colourful.